Okay.
Good afternoon, family. Today is Sunday, April, I don't know, 8th, yes, 2018. So today for lunch, Ella Fidelia and I just come from church and we've decided to do chicken and waffles. And so since we were doing waffles, I decided to go ahead and videotape the recipe for making waffles. Now, as I told Cousin JR, for the recipe with making waffles, you can use any kind of waffle mix you want. Today we're going to use the waffle mix that I use at the Cousins Retreat, which is a great value, which comes from Walmart, the complete extra fluffy pancake and waffle mix. I've used many different brands in the past. I also have here, we're just going to finish up this mix from the Cousins Retreat today. And I also have, Aunt Maple's Belgian waffle mix. Basically, all you would need to do is follow the instructions on whatever type of mix or whatever type of waffle mix brand you have. On the back of this particular waffle mix, it just calls for the mix itself and water. Now, one of the tricks is never use water. Always use milk. Okay, so since it's just two of us, I don't know how many waffles my husband's going to eat, but we're just going to go ahead and make up the rest of the mix. So in the box, I've already measured it out. It's about 2 cups left, a little over 2 cups as you can see. So all you need to do is pour that in a bowl. Okay. And then, of course, it calls for water. It calls for water, but this is the secret, friends. Okay, here on this paper plate, I've measured out. Now, let's take a look at this recipe on the back. Cooking instructions. The cooking instructions clearly says 4 pancakes, mix depending on how many you want to make, 5 to 7, all the way up to 18 to 20, and then the number of cups of water you need. All right, and so for waffles, pretty much the same thing. Your mix and your water, and then you would add some oil. So that's the only extra thing you need to add is some oil for waffle mix. Anytime you get mix that says pancake and waffle mix, you need to add oil. Okay. This particular brand calls for eggs. Okay. So you will go by the instructions on the back of the box. Mix, eggs, oil, water. Remember I said no water. Exchange water for milk. That's what's going to give you that rich thickness and great taste. I need to pull out some oil, so excuse me, pull out some oil because I forgot that it called for oil. But we're going to go oilless today. Call for like a 1/3 cup of oil. For how many? For 2 cups of mix. 1.5 cups of water and a 1/3 cup of oil. So let me get my 1/3 cup out real quick. It's white. Okay, do you know what it is? It's okay.
How much you need?
All right, I have it. I found it. It's right here. Okay. I was trying to be prepared, guys, but I failed to remember that it does call for oil. So a 1/3 cup. This is 1/3 of a cup. So we're just going to sit that here. And put the big bottle aside. So we want to mix all of our dry ingredients first. So here on this plate, this is not included on the back of the instructions. This is just a LaShawn additive. So what I add is the following. White sugar, this is about 1 tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons. Yes, it's about 2 tablespoons. And we all know what a tablespoon looks like. This is the tablespoon I used. Okay. And my measuring cups come from Walmart. This is about 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. Okay, I also get my brown sugar from Walmart. This is about a tablespoon of cinnamon, just regular ground cinnamon. And then another secret is you use whatever sweet spices you have in your cupboard. Today I have gingerbread spice. You normally can get that around Christmas time. I'm pretty still full. I'm still pretty full here, so I don't need any more of that right now. It's about a pinch, maybe. It's not even a whole tablespoon. I honestly didn't measure it, so that's why I'm saying a pinch. And then a pinch of pumpkin pie spice. I'm about out of this, so I'm going to need to make a run to the supermarket soon, because as you can see, I use that often. And so you just throw it all in. Nothing special. You just throw it in. Then you get your whisk and you whisk it together. Okay. And if you want a little more cinnamon, you can to taste. Sometimes I put cinnamon sugar in it, but technically I already have, since I put white sugar and cinnamon. Those two mixed together. It's called cinnamon sugar. Okay. And then now for your wet ingredients. Since this particular mix does not call for eggs, you don't need to add an egg. Again, follow the recipe or the instructions on the back of the cake mix box. So I do need a 1/3 cup of oil. So you just put that there in the center and let it sit. And it also calls for 2 cups of mix, 1.5 cups of water. But we're not going to use water. We're going to use milk. So 1.5 cups of milk. All right, there's my 1.5 cups. Let's make sure. Yes, and then we're just gonna pour that 1.5 cups of milk in. All right, so I'll follow the instructions so far. Now for my liquid special additives. I always add some vanilla flavoring. Now you will not be able to find this vanilla flavoring here in the States, because I purchased this vanilla flavoring in, I think, Roatan, Mexico. So again, I'm not measuring. Well, you know what? I'll use a measuring cup. I'll do about a tablespoon of this. So once I'm out of this, I'll just go back to my regular everyday vanilla flavor from the US. It's not going to change the flavor. And I also put in syrup. About a tablespoon, probably 2 tablespoons of syrup. Any kind of syrup. Again, this is syrup left over from my cousin's retreat. It's great value. The original syrup. Okay. So do that, and then you whisk everything together. See, it's coming together perfectly fine. Looks good. Let's see. See the consistency here. Some of you may like it a little more liquefied or a little thicker. If you want it a little looser, you can add more milk. But my husband and I like it just like this. So we're not going to add any more milk. And we're done. After this, if your crowd is ready to eat it by putting it in the waffle maker right after you've made it, you can, dispense it from the bowl to your waffle maker, or you can put it in a refrigerator safe container, and it saves up to about a week in the refrigerator. Don't freeze it. Now, in a day or two, the oil will start separating from the batter. Don't get scared. It's still good. Mix it up, stir it up, and you can still put it in the waffle maker. So my husband is ready to taste one now. So we have our waffle maker on here. Now for those of you that have large families with kids, will probably benefit from the double waffle maker. If you have one, great. If you don't, it's okay. I purchased this from Sam's, I think in 2010, 2011. It was on a Father's Day because back at our home church, we used to have breakfast for the fathers. So it was back then. I purchased it for Father's Day breakfast at church. It's about $80 from Sam's, but Sam's don't carry them anymore. So you might be able to get one off of Amazon. Who knows? But anyways, any waffle maker will work. But this is just the professional double waffle maker. And so, of course, you need to spray your waffle maker. Okay. And then pour your batter in.
Batter, put more.
Well, that was leftover batter from another time we made waffle mix that you wanted to try to make sure it was still good. Alright, and so we'll let that sit, and you guys know what waffles look like, but I just wanted to share the recipe with you. Thank you so much for joining me today on my first episode of LaShawn Eats. Bye, family. Love you.